bit. Good morning. It's Thursday. It is 10 o'clock. Yeah. Nice short agenda. 10 o'clock, so officially call the Seneca County Board of Commissioners meeting to order. Do I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Wagner, would you like to do the prayer?
Would. Lord, we thank you again for this day, for the beauty of the change of the seasons. We thank you for the chance to meet today. We ask for your wisdom and your guidance. In Jesus' name, amen.
Roll call.
Commissioner Stacy?
Here.
Commissioner Zeller?
Here.
Commissioner Wagner?
Here.
We'll have the signing of the journal and have the motion to approve the DVD recording from the board session from Tuesday, August 19th, and the written index.
Date's wrong. not
Seconded.
19th,
Oh, was that date wrong?
26th.
Yeah, that's right.
Good catch.
Good catch. The minutes from August 26th. Have a motion a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Approved. Thank you. Any adjustments to the agenda anybody needs added?
Got EMS copier under new business
Okay.
and old business, RTA cleaning, and the wellness incentive.
I'd like to talk a little bit about the courthouse square.
Okay. Jeff, anything?
Nope.
Nikki? Okay. Begin with old business, airport. Yeah,
Just figured you guys might want to do an update on our.
Yeah, and I got my paper in, but I didn't open it, so I don't know if there was an article in today or not. There wasn't,
I didn't see
there wasn't
the paper this
yesterday.
morning.
Yesterday.
Was there even a reporter there?
Yes, yeah, Mary Ann,
I
sorry.
think she had pictures, but I don't
Yeah.
remember if she did an article.
Yeah, I saw her back in there taking pictures, so maybe I don't see an article. I thought the open house went very well. We had 70-plus people there, counting the three of us and Stacy and Brad and Pat. I would say just, I don't know, whatever it was, number of people. I thought that was indication that it was a good idea to do this because of the interest that we had. And that was folks that live in the, adjacent to the airport, as well as some others that have an interest in the airport and seeing us have that thrive here in Seneca County, so I don't know what anybody else wants to add.
I thought it went really well. You know, there's a little bit of controversy, but I thought just the communication, maybe we ought to do that every so often just to communicate with those folks.
Yeah, I thought it was, well received.
Yeah, no, I thought it went well. It was a good education thing where they could break off. You know, if I own a home and I'm in that area, that I can ask the people from Richland Engineering specifically, how does this affect us? And realizing that there is no crystal ball. I mean, you can't say this is going to be this way forever, because there is nothing that's forever, but you know, based on what his experience is, it gives a reasonable assurance that the regulations that exist that we're trying to abide by is kind of for the foreseeable future, you know. And so that gives them assurance if they want to remodel their house or invest or do something, that it's there and the land values stay there. So, and that was exactly what the objective of the meeting was, in my mind, to point those things out. So yeah, in that respect, I thought it was a good meeting.
Yeah, and they're gonna make sure we get a copy of the sign-in sheet, because it was an open house, not a public hearing, but I asked Pat to make sure that he gets us a set of that, so we would start putting that in if we did do another one, like, you know, you mentioned, we'd have that as a starting base of people we know who would want to be able to come, and that kind of thing,
The
so.
whole issue is communication.
Yeah,
Communication. If Brad would have communicated the neighbors what he was doing, if the neighbors had questions, if they would have come over to Brad to ask, it just
yeah.
helped so much.
Okay, RTA building.
Just wanted to update you. I had a call from the gentleman that gave us the quote, and he said that he had left out, he needed to revise his quote, because, and I talked to him this morning, and he said that what he left off on his original quote was the rental of the lift. He doesn't have one, so he has to get a rather
Oh.
large lift, and he says, I didn't want to let it go. And he goes, if you guys choose to not go with me because I forgot that and had to increase it, he understands, but that was what the increase was for, was the lift rental that he had to, he just said he forgot.
The other thing I would just want to know is some more specifics if he's outlined those, so there's no expectations we have that he's going, oh, I didn't put that in my quote in it. Like, is he gonna, after he cleans the building itself, and if it splatters, is he also at last gonna clean the windows or not? Is there a time frame on it, like, he's gotta give us this nice quote, and hopefully the weather is nice for quite some time here, but is he gonna have it done by Heritage Festival or not? I mean, I don't, if we didn't ask that, we can't demand that, but
Right.
it'd be nice to know a few parameters, things on it, so he doesn't,
Well,
we don't get
know-
shoved off.
We don't know when it can start.
Yeah, we still don't, Lenny just still doesn't have a,
We're still waiting till he's
Timeframe,
done?
yeah, to my
Yeah,
knowledge,
okay.
yes, yeah.
I was thinking it didn't matter, okay. All right. But, well, even then, we still probably ought to have a time frame. How long is this quote good for? Because if we're not gonna let him start until a set time,
Okay.
and I don't know how he realizes that, but this person is someone else in the county, so that's good. Yeah, I like that.
That's all on that one.
Wellness program.
Yesterday, Tanya and I were sitting talking about the wellness initiatives, and it's always good to get somebody else's perspective on it. She was in here the other day for our board meeting when Bob came in. Was going through the sheet. The incentives that we've been given for wellness has been 25%, which is, what he had in the first set of numbers there. Second set of numbers, which would make it easier for the county, is just to do a flat fee. And the flat fee right now is set for $300, and then basically for employee and a spouse is $600. Our family plan currently is either husband or wife or parent and children. And when Bob rolled out this plan, it was for employee spouse. So currently, we get a discount. If we do all the wellness points, we get currently about $700 off, for the 25% is about what we get. Anybody that has just a
Single parent.
employee, single parent, would only get $300. He did not include the additional 3 for children, only included 3 for spouse. I didn't know if you caught that in his conversations. I did not catch it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the direction you still want us to go. This is our incentive, so it isn't gonna affect Subco. It isn't gonna affect what they need to do. It's just kind of affects, this is our contribution back
Yeah.
for them participating in the wellness.
I guess I would like them to look at it, because I'm guessing that, unless they said, yeah, we've had a lengthy discussion about that, but assuming that didn't happen because it was more of an oversight, because when he mentioned the numbers of the number of people in the family plan and the number that with spouses participating in the one without, it wasn't that drastically different, and when he said that, that's why I made the statement, well, not all family plans have a spouse.
Right.
They are family plans because of children, not because of, a spouse.
Right.
So I thought, well, that's probably not too far off then with what there, is, but I didn't think about the incentive part of it at all. So I guess I would like to make sure that they've looked at that and hash through it, because there might be a solution, because it's a hit, otherwise those employees are gonna take, or a benefit they're not gonna get, I don't know which way you look at it.
Right, yeah.
A cost difference, may not be able to do anything about it, but maybe there's some way to look at doing something with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I remember when we added the spouse, the discussion was, the children would make us very complicated, ages of children, all that kind of stuff. But I don't know that there wouldn't be, is there a way they can do that if children of a certain age did do some wellness stuff? Because I'm sure some families as well have their children do physicals and all of those things that probably, need to be done. I don't know. I guess I would like to make sure they've looked at brainstorming on something balancing that a
Okay.
little better.
When does the committee meet again, do you know?
I don't think they scheduled one yet. They were gonna wait until after we got the renewal rates, and I'm going to get those next Friday.
Okay.
So, probably sometime in September. I mean, I can talk to Bob and we can always schedule one,
Mhm.
but I just wanted to make sure I wasn't just missed it. I didn't catch it.
I didn't catch it, and I sat through both
Yeah.
presentations.
I'd like to look at the cost.
Okay.
If we do that part of it, what's the cost?
Yeah, what's it gonna cost us? Because
Yeah.
he should know, yeah, like I said, he knows from this year how many, he knows how many spouses were participating, but can he look at it and know how many of those family plans are the employee only?
Yeah.
And that's obviously what it means, it's the employee only and there's no spouse.
Yeah, I know Tasha was looking that up too.
Yeah, yeah, either no spouse because they're carrying their own, and they have a spouse waiver, so they have to carry their own insurance because we don't have that, but the benefits are better or whatever reason.
Yeah.
Or there just isn't, so.
I think what we need to look at though is currently, I'm a single person, I get 25% off, which is like $270. Next year it'll be $300. I'm a family, currently I get about $700 off. Next year under this, if I'm a single parent family, it'll only be $300. May just not be worth me doing it next year. If I have a spouse, I think the spouse should participate, then it'd be $600 for the couple plus kids. You may have some people drop off because it is quite a bit of work, at least under our old plan, it was quite a bit of
Yeah, but that takes us
Work to
backwards
get
from the
there.
whole purpose of the program. If they choose not to participate, the idea is
Yeah, we want them
with
to
them
participate.
participating, we keep our costs and our, insurance down.
Right.
So
The
if-
few of those people may
Right.
not feel it's, because they're not getting the 25%, they're not even getting close to the 25%.
Yeah.
So those, however many there is, and Tasha will let us know, but like Jeff said,
They may choose not to.
they may choose,
Yeah.
it's not worth it. The family plan with the spouse is gonna get $600 and I only get $3, it's not worth my time. I spend
Yeah.
more on gas going to the doctor and I don't know.
doing the exercise. I'm thinking maybe we ought to treat the single parents like the married folks and do the 600. But if we want to let the committee look that over, that's fine too.
You said we have no what that would
Yeah,
cost.
it all comes down to
Because SEPCO's only gonna
what's
match
the
so much of
cost?
it, yeah,
Yeah, they're only doing 200 per employee.
yeah.
They don't match the spouse at
They don't
all.
Right, they don't match the spouse
But
at all.
but remember last year it was 700 for a family.
Yeah.
This year it'll only be 600, and there was no match last year, so their cost is going down to the county this year, no matter how we do it,
Yeah. All right,
which is a blessing.
yeah.
Okay.
And next Friday, or is it this Friday? We get the renewal?
Next Friday.
Next Friday, we get the renewal, so I think by the time we have the renewal and some discussion, that would, like I said, we anticipate that to be good,
Mhm.
to not have a big jump in our costs, but it'd be nice to know that
Yeah,
too. And we're close enough to, I think we could factor that in,
Yeah.
instead of an unknown. Okay. Courthouse Square.
A lot of controversy with that, a lot of concern, a lot of speculation over all of that. And of course, we don't even know yet if we're gonna build a justice center, but what I am recommending is if we could put an outline, get a couple little stakes with a sign on it, and the existing proposed justice center, the size of it. The long and short of it is I went over and measured it off. There's still 60% of the lawn. If we would go somewhere at the size that was proposed, 60% of the lawn still stays there. So it's not that a building would cover the whole space. All I'm asking is permission. I want to put a stake, like a tomato stake in the ground, and have a little sign put on it, proposed size of the Justice Center. So that the residents, people as they drive by, they can look at it and say, you know what, if we build it there, there's still a lot of green space. Or, boy, there's just not much green space left. I mean, those are the issues. So instead of all this gray area, it isn't gonna cost us anything. The COG, how it started as I was signing some papers yesterday with John DeVoli on the courthouse square area, and we started talking about it. So we kind of stepped it off on what the proposed building would look like. I'm going like, there's still a lot of space here, a lot. So why don't we just put a couple little simple, nothing elaborate, just a tomato stake and a sign, and on the 4 corners. Well, actually, really only on the 2 corners.
Yeah.
If that's all right with you guys? I'm
Long,
fine
long
with
as,
it.
I mean, I don't care one way or the other, like, just maybe it needs to say preliminary.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's
So no
preliminary.
one thinks that it's,
Yeah.
that decision's been made, it just says preliminary.
So people can, so all of this controversy and all these concerns that people have, it may, right away, just squelch it.
I guess.
As long as it doesn't look gaudy or something.
No, and to me, we leave it up for a couple weeks.
Okay.
That's it.
That's good.
Let the people get an idea, they can look at it, and we'll take the signs down.
Okay, that's good. I was thinking.
I'll take a hammer and a tomato stake. Yeah, no, nothing permanent.
Okay.
No,
okay.
nothing permanent.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Would you fill out a permit form to put a stake in the ground? You
My luck, I'll put it over a water line, and I'll break a water line. and-
better make sure you check with the authorities.
Yeah, call oops.
Yeah.
We had somebody putting stakes in the other day that I got a call from the courthouse, so, at least let them know that, whether it be you putting them out or somebody be
Yeah.
putting a couple out, I'll let him know.
Nothing gaudy, nothing permanent.
Committee's coming along with its work.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, we have our, the second meeting next Tuesday, I believe.
Okay.
And it is, I'm hopeful, a couple meetings will have us wrapped up.
Good, good.
Yeah. And we have had a couple come in that you guys had said that weekends
Weekends,
were.
weekends.
Weekends,
Yeah.
Yeah.
weekends only.
Yep, and I've sent them to you and I've sent them to the judges and,
Weekends so that there's nothing there
Yep.
during the week,
Yep.
type of thing.
so there was a couple that came in. One ended up canceling the event because she couldn't get it around quick enough, nothing, it wasn't working out, so she said she may contact us in the spring and see if
Okay.
she could still do it. I said, come
Sounds
back,
good.
see us.
All right, well, new business. Let's talk about the EMS thing first, and then we'll hit what's printed on this agenda that you added, and that was for regarding a copier lease contract,
Yes.
something?
Yes.
Ken's going, yeah.
Copier was purchased, leased a couple of years ago. Previous director leased it, and it was a used machine at the time. The current director and assistant director have had numerous problems with this machine. We've had it repaired at least 24 times. The feeder on it does not work. They've changed the feeder out 4 times. It's pulling like 2 or 3 sheets at a time, and ours are medical documents, and to get billing approved, you have to have every sheet of paper. So they're having to stand there. She said it took her an hour to do 24 run sheets, because she has to stand there and run 1 sheet at a time, otherwise the machine pulls more than 1 sheet. We've complained to the company, and they said, okay, let's work out a new deal, we'll figure out how to get you another machine. And so he calls and he says, well, I can even save you a little bit on it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he said, it would reduce it by like $19, but we're going down to a lesser machine. So we contacted MT. I know the treasurer uses MT, and other offices use MT. So called him. He's been in here a few times, given us presentations for machine. We didn't use him, but he came in. What they're offering to do is pay us for that machine, pay that machine off for us. We have to keep it because it's a lease, and if we
Hold it until it needs to go back.
Yes,
Right.
because if we
Right.
turn
We
it
did this
back,
before.
then we have to have
Sure.
so if we cancel the lease early, then we have to pay the penalty and the interest. So what NT will do is pay us the amount for that machine, and then the new lease, which is only an additional $26, split up between the 3 entities out there, and so we want to move forward with that. I told,
Do they share the cost of it now?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And the old machine didn't do color scanning, the old machine did,
Right.
they got kind of, yes, with that deal, so, Ray Myers has done a wonderful job trying to help us work through, what their contract language was, and gave us a better rate, more copies and better rate on the, they do it per click, per scan.
So it's a lease, and
Yep.
they take care of maintenance, cost and whatever,
Yeah,
like
all
supply
the-
stuff too?
Yep. All of the
Other than
maintenance and the
other than
toner.
paper.
Right.
Obviously, you gotta buy paper.
It's all included, and like I said, it's only gonna increase the lease payment by $26, and they were okay with that. We just gotta make sure the networking, and Mike Clace is worried about losing all of his 2,000 contacts in the machine, and so we're gonna get that all.
Day.
But
It's got a lot of context. on the
MT
machine.
said once the old lease is over, they will take care of getting the machine back to the company, so we don't even have to worry about it when that lease comes up, so.
Okay.
If it's okay, I'm gonna have Derek look at the lease, and, I mean, Danny's time alone is,
That's what I was just gonna say, we can't have Danny stand at the copier for an hour a day.
yeah.
No,
And then that machine is about taking trips down the stairs numerous times, but then we would have to pay the cost.
Yeah. Don't
That's
worry.
not an insurance claim.
Park it somewhere, cover it up.
Yep, that's
Use it
what we're
as a
gonna
table,
do.
I don't know.
That's probably what we'll do. Just find a spot, stick it in a corner, put a sheet over it.
Yep.
I can say,
Call
I
it
can
dead.
say, been there, done that.
So, unfortunately, but fortunately, we get a new machine in there, and a little less stress on.
It's challenging to try and use a machine that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then have to rebill if you missed a sheet of paper, and
So we just have to get money in the right lines to, or is it because of the contract that we need?
yeah, I'll have you sign the contract once
Okay.
it comes back from Derek, and he may need a little bit more appropriated contract service, but I think he has enough in there,
Okay.
so. But I just wanted to let you know what would be coming through.
All right. And I failed at adding it, but rumor is that we're gonna be hearing on the CHIP grant real soon, that they're done with things, so we should anticipate some information on that really quick. But they haven't released it yet, so. That's it. Start with bill vouchers.
Okay. I have bill vouchers 86 and 87. I have a supplement to the permit appropriations to the M&R Fund 020, putting $42,000 into contract services. I have a resolution authorizing Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into the Issue 1, Round 29 cooperative agreements, Seneca County Township Board of Trustees.
That's next year's round?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Now, Jeff, is that the one that you and Mark go with?
Yeah.
Will you go to that this year for next year?
There will be a meeting in November, I believe. I think November and then in the spring. We actually send the projects in the spring, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so the spring is the one that, and I won't be on obviously next year, but sometime early in the year, Mark and I and the mayor will take the local projects, we'll score them, we'll rank them, and send them on down to Mansfield, and then we'll follow them down at that meeting in the spring.
So we will then next, after the new commissioners are installed in January, then we will divvy up responsibilities and one of the three of us will take that.
Right.
I just wondered, is it something that so intense that maybe one of us could parlay on with you if you go down in November? I don't know. I don't have any experience.
So we know
on
what's
it.
going on next year.
Yeah, so that would give us, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's a pretty big deal. I get close to $1 million.
Close to $1 million goes
Well,
to
you
Seneca
know, I hate
County
to-
every year.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Yeah.
take two novices in there or a novice in there that doesn't have the foggiest idea where the light switch is. I mean, so I just wondered if that's,
Anybody can go that wants to, you wouldn't be a voting member, anybody can go that wants to.
just to kind of experience, I think that may be a good idea for either Holly or Mike to go to that, and however, who's got the responsibility next year, we'll decide that
Yeah.
next year, but at least, I mean, at $1 million, I want to make sure I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And the scoring's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it's black and white, the scoring is. So we can add priority points then locally that's not so black and white, but is the project less than $500,000, you get 10 points, yes or no. Is the project have more than one agency in it, that's worth, I don't know, 4 or 5 points, yes or no. So it isn't like
Yeah, but
color
aren't we
and shades
competing
today.
against other counties too?
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
It's 9 counties.
Again, that's an all the more reason that you got a lot of experience with it, and we appreciate, what you've done there, but now we gotta,
Yeah,
so
have to carry on.
we'll certainly wanna talk about that
Mhm.
when it gets to November.
Okay. I have another resolution authorizing the president of the board to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission state capital improvement and our local transportation improvement programs, and to execute the contract as required for issue 1, round 29 for Seneca County. I think that's all the resolutions I have.
I move we approve.
Seconded.
Okay, motion and a second to approve resolutions. Any questions or comments? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wagner,
Yes.
Commissioner Zoller,
Yes.
Commissioner Stacy.
Yes. All approved. Citizens' comments. Ken, anybody? You can be a citizen, Ken, or you can be an official, whatever you want to be. You
I
wanna
was wearing the
talk?
white shirt today, so
Guy in the
I'd
white
come in
shirt?
and answer any questions you guys may have, or if you have any information for me. I just want to make myself available. I haven't been here for a couple of meetings.
I know I want to make sure prior to, what days are, political roundtable for
Next Tuesday.
next Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, I'll need to talk to you, make sure I have an update, because if I tell, you tell me now, I forget before next
Okay.
Tuesday. There's a weekend in here and it's.
I understand. Well, September 14th is the next meeting of the Bloomville Community
Awareness.
EMS Committee. I'm not sure what they're calling themselves. I'm on it, but I don't know what it's called. But that's the next one. September 14th is a Sunday, and it's at 6 p.m. at the fire station.
Okay,
So we're doing several of those, and that's the next iteration of that.
you guys will put that on the calendar.
So that's kind of why I wanted to just put it out in a public meeting, so everybody kind of knew when it was going to be, so that we can get it in any local media, so that the guys from Bloomville or surrounding area, Bloom Township, can make it to that. And then any of you that would like to come would be cool.
Have they had some citizen participation?
We have, and we've had some good questions, and I've posed those to the prosecutor and gotten answers, and I'm ready to take them back and answer those questions.
Okay. Good.
Things like flat rate parcel fees, things like that. There's no historical reference of anybody ever doing that nationwide. So it's an answer. It's the best answer I can come up with. So
Is the patient the parcel, or is that, what's the?
no, actually, somebody asked the question, and it was an excellent question. I'd never heard it before, and neither had Derek. Was is there a way to tax people instead of based on property values,
Oh, okay.
base it on per parcel?
I
So if you
see.
have 5 million parcels and
Okay,
each one of them's,
all right. I was thinking of parcels and mail, and I.
oh, no, we don't. No. And also another, just to update, we participated in the Mercy Tiffin's chest pain accreditation evaluation today, and our county EMS is compliant in all areas. And so that's good to know.
That's not good enough.
Just making you know,
Yeah.
letting you know that we're doing everything we're supposed to do as far as their accrediting agencies are concerned. It's a stressful thing for those guys to have to go through. You know, it's like getting judged by the big guys. And we just do what we do, and what we do is good enough.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Okay,
That's all I need to say.
okay, thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Anything else for the good of the order?
I might just
Anybody else have
mention
comments?
that last night at the annual meeting of Farm Bureau on Soil and Water, Holly was the only one to get the final Jeopardy question correct. So.
I wasn't doing so well prior to that. I bet it all and still couldn't win. I'm the only one that got the answer right, so it tells you how far behind I really was. But it was the buzzer.
Oh yeah, the buzzer didn't work.
Buzzer. I was just distracted from the whole pie thing. But
High's good.
after we adjourn, we can talk about that story, because I don't want to officially put that on record and throw anybody under a bus, but we can. Nothing else? A motion to adjourn?
Seconded.
Moved in second, all in favor, say aye.
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 Stand adjourned, 10:29.